So just wait for 3 to 4 minutes. We'll start. Okay, people are joining. So just wait.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. All right. So welcome you all. Today's session, Palo Alto Firewall. Right. So hope you all are doing well. So this is the follow-up session again. Last week and this week only we have the session regarding we have done discussion about the Palo Alto Firewall and the FortiGate Firewall. So at least you guys having idea, right? कि Palo Alto Firewall और FortiGate Firewall में क्या-क्या differences होते हैं और किस तरह की दोनों firewall चलती हैं. I tried my best to explain because the both firewall session is going to be started, right? So intention was to you guys at least know the product, right? What are the firewall component we have and why we should learn particular firewall, either the Palo Alto firewall, Fortinet firewall, Checkpoint firewall, Shopos firewall, ASA firewall. So that I try to explain in last two session. That is a very beginner session. You can just think about if you want to become the pre-sales engineer in the future. So this kind of the feature like comparative analysis you should know. So without knowing this comparative analysis, you probably not able to become very good sales engineer. So any sales engineer जो भी हमारे मार्केट में किसी प्रोडक्ट को सेल करने जाते हैं, so they must have the very good product knowledge. Not only your product knowledge, but आपके जो कॉम्पिटिटर होते हैं उनके भी प्रोडक्ट के बारे में नॉलेज होना चाहिए. वरना क्या होता है देखो, when you go into market to sell your product, so they are going to say, hey, why I should buy your product. मैं क्यों आपका प्रोडक्ट खरीदूं जबकि ये प्रोडक्ट आपसे बेटर है. So then it's your responsibility to explain them, no, why my product is the better, because on that particular product having that much disadvantage and this product having that much advantage. You always have to showcase what is the advantage in your product. तो सिमिलरली जो भी हमारी फायरवॉल होती है इन रिगार्ड ऑफ द एनी वेंडर, हर एक वेंडर को अपनी फायरवॉल को सेल करना होता है. सो इफ दे आर गोइंग टू सेल द फायरवॉल इन द मार्केट कोई भी कस्टमर को, सो वहां पे वही सारी चीजें आती हैं कि किस तरीके का आपका प्रोडक्ट है, किस तरीके का आपका प्रोडक्ट के फीचर्स हैं, और मैं क्यों खरीदूं आपको फायरवॉल को, और मैं क्यों बेचूं आपको फायरवॉल को, आपको क्यों लेना चाहिए. so, इस तरीके का जो हमने कंपेरेटिव एनालिसिस जो हमने लास्ट सेशन में किया था, that was like I can say what I can say. So it was like very useful, right? So जिसको भी मतलब एक तरीके से Palo Alto या किसी भी फायरवॉल में अपने करियर को आगे ले जाना है, so I should have that. Let me see in the FortiGate Firewall. Yes, this one we just compare in last class, not last class, last class. So these are the very basic. It's not really related to the Palo Alto course content, but yeah, this is the like you can just think about, we're just building some blocks to understand something big. So initially we just have to go step by step. चीजों को समझना हमें, चीजों को समझने के साथ साथ we just have to start thinking why this is happening, why I'm going to learn the any product firewall. So this is why I'm just more focusing about the initial concept. If you're very good with the initial concept, your life is going to be very easy in the when you just complete the curriculum, right? So again, this is the session where we are going to deep dive about the product features, right? Again, not only one firewall, Palo Alto course content. Still, we are not going to start. We are just going to discuss few more things you should know. So this is again a very open forum to everyone. Anything you can ask to me, there is no problem. In regard of the firewall, in regard of their careers, in regard of any other technology like routing switching, some SD-WAN, some automation, agenda for this today class. So I have just defined some course outline to just have a discussion about this today class. The agenda we have is the introduction of the firewall. Till now, we still not have any discussion what is a firewall. We just discuss about the some different firewall features. We try to do some comparative analysis. We try to understand about the like what kind of this feature they have and which one feature is the better in compared to the other firewall. But today we are going to discuss about generic firewall, not any firewall, any vendor firewall. Just we have to understand why basically we need the firewall. So this is the introduction of the firewall. This is our first thing we will try to understand. Followed by it, we'll try to understand like in this introduction, what is a firewall, evolution of the firewall, and types of the firewalls, right? So this all we'll try to cover in today's session, okay? And also after this all discussion, we'll try to take the Q&A session, right? So let's start, right? So if I ask the question to the audience, right, what is a firewall? Who having the better definition from this 27 participants? Anyone can take the lead and define what is a firewall in layman language instead of I go and define it. Anyone?
Firewall is a logical or a hardware device that filter our traffic inbound and outbound based on the uh, based on the uh, based on the source and destination, and what you by defined for incoming and outgoing, it will it will analyze and allow the traffic.
Very nice, very nice. Right. Thanks, Gajanan.
Yes, sir. It is a wall between the inbound or outbound traffic. I mean the LAN or WAN, between the LAN or WAN. It is the wall, or we can manipulate the traffic according to the firewall. I mean we can manage it to apply the policy and manage and control the traffic.
Very nice, Gaurav. Very nice. What else? We having a two flavor of definition from two source. Okay. If I go and explain, probably you will get some generic statement, but you will see how your colleague is defining the different way. Yeah, all are correct. It's not like I'm going to say it's not good. Everything is good. Yes, Kamlesh is saying prevent the unauthorized access. That is again like the good point. What else? I have the 28 participant here. What else? I just have 3 participant answer. Anything, if you feel even the wrong, just try it. Just think you are in the interview process. You have to clear your interview. So you just have to speak up. Without speaking, probably you'll not able to crack your interview. So this is a good time, at least you can try to express yourself. Even Hindi, English, whatever you feel comfortable. So what is a firewall? Why we need a firewall? Guys, come on. Chandan, you trying to say Wakas, you trying to say something. Come on, guys. Ajay, voice is coming, I believe. I believe you have to set up your mic correctly. No one? Praveen, you want to say something?
Sir, firewall is a device which is used to filter our traffic, also block the traffic according to my requirement.
Very nice. Very nice. You are very, precise definition you have given.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. So thanks everyone. I was just expecting more people can participate. Yes, I can have the one more answer here. We can filter the traffic based on the rule and policy between the source and destination. Absolutely. What is your name, iPhone? Can I know? May I know your name so I can just rename you? Just paste your name. Your name coming as iPhone. If you don't mind, can you just Rupesh? Okay, let me just rename you. Rupesh. Thanks, Rupesh. All right. So that's good, right? So before I explain this, what is a firewall? We just have to understand what is the security. So I'll come to the point what is a firewall, but we just have to understand what is the security. So if I'm using the term security जब भी मैं बोलता हूँ तो इसकी security कई तरीके की हो सकती है. जैसे क्या हो सकता है security? एक होता है physical security, right? And the second one we have the logical security. So anyone want to give the physical security example? What is the physical security? Who can give the
Our security guard.
Our security guard, right? That's a very good answer. Right?
Basically, the equipment security.
Sorry?
The
CCTV.
Basically, the equipment security. It's coming to the physical security guard, cameras, or the gateway access pass, or the other control. I mean, the access of the device like this.
Okay.
It could be a scare room where we have the devices installed.
Yeah. So that all equipment security, CCTV, physical security, scanning machines, right? So these are all are the physical security, right? But in the same time, what is the logical security? Anyone heard about that? What is a logical security?
Yeah, like a ID card or a badge reader.
What is?
ID card or a badge reader, which identifies the person.
ID card and badge, that is a logical security. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
What else? And what else? All right. So I'm just writing here one of the
It
term.
is, sir, it is look like the security of the software. We can say the security of the like the devices means in the software base like AAA authentication. Okay, and
Yes.
the ICE or the other devices we can secure our devices
Very
as the
nice.
firewall.
IDS or IDS.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
First.
Even you can think about the line VTI configuration, right?
Yes, line
Yes.
VTI we can configure.
You can think about the username password configuration on the devices, right?
Yeah,
You
and
all
block the
agree?
HTTPS on the device.
HTTP or HTTPS allow or block. That is again
Yeah.
security, right?
Yes. Or
And similar
DDoS security.
SCL.
Port fast, security port.
Yeah, for
A
layer 2 port fast, you can also think about it. This is
yeah,
also.
ACL and DDoS security, the major.
So you guys can think about it. How many type of the logical security we have? N number of type we have, right? So if we just even you think about DLP, data lake, prevention, that is happening for the end devices, user devices, जो हमारे पास devices होती हैं, उसमें भी हम DLP use करते हैं to prevent that DLP. So बहुत सारे हमारे पास compliance area हैं, and we just have to control the any kind of the vulnerability, malware, unauthorized access, access control. We require the security. और जब ऐसे सिक्योरिटी की हम बात करते हैं, that's always that is going to possible with the help of the logical security. So giving with example the physical security, right? जैसे कि let's suppose कि आपके पास एक house है, right? And in that house you are staying with your family. So what first security you do to stay very safe in night time? You just create one gate. आप gate लगाते हो. Gate लगाने के बाद you just lock that gate, right? जैसे ही आप गेट लगाते हो and lock that gate, that is a one layer of security. You all agree? तो जब तक कोई गेट को ब्रेक नहीं करेगा, जब तक कोई आपको किसी तरीके का मतलब नॉटी स्टफ नहीं करेगा या लॉक की नहीं बनाएगा, तब तक वो आपके घर के अंदर नहीं जा सकता है, एंड यू आर द सेफ, राइट? बट दिस could be also possible कि even you apply the gate, right, in your home, there is a chance the theft can be happen. ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपने गेट लगाया, चलो नाइट में तो पता है कि यू आर स्लीपिंग इनसाइड द होम, सो ये भी पॉसिबिलिटी है कि दे कैन somehow enter your home in night to just breaking the glasses or window, and at the gun point they can bring out all the valuable item from your house. There is a high possibility, उससे कोई negate नहीं कर सकता, that is not you can say कि ये हम इसको negate कर सकते हैं, deny कर सकते हैं, still there is chance. या कोई ऐसा चीज हो सकती है कि you are out of the home, you just go to the holiday for any hill stations, and बढ़िया सा आपने फेसबुक पे जाकर आप अपडेट कर रहे हो कि enjoying our holiday with our family. So जिसको notorious मतलब जॉब्स करने होते हैं या थेफ्ट करने होते हैं, दे ऑल्सो डू द सोशल इंजीनियरिंग. आपके सोशल साइट जैसे फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर पे जाकर वो देखेगा, अच्छा आप इंजॉय कर रहे हो, चलो इनका घर तो बंद ही होगा, लेट्स गो एंड डू सम काइंड ऑफ द एक्टिविटी. सो ऐसा कई बार होता है कि बेस्ड ऑन द योर रेगुलर अपडेट, people can do some kind of the unauthorized access of your house and वो चोरी वोरी करके निकल लेते हैं, right? So this is also possible. So what next? So to make your physical security strong, आप क्या कर सकते हो? आप लॉक के साथ साथ you have to invest some money, and you just have to invest on the security guard, right? Security guard आपने लगा दिया, so you having a second layer of the security here. आपका पहला लेयर ऑफ सिक्योरिटी ये हो गया, सेकेंड लेयर ऑफ सिक्योरिटी आपका ये हो गया. तो अभी आपके पास सिर्फ लॉक था जिसके अंदर आपको बहुत लो इन्वेस्टमेंट थी, बट जैसे ही आपने नेक्स्ट लेयर की सिक्योरिटी किया, इसमें आपका कॉस्ट कुछ इनहेंस हो गया. यहाँ पे कॉस्ट आपका बेसिकली बढ़ गया क्योंकि आपको गार्ड को सैलरी पे करना पड़ेगा, राइट? सो इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी हैपन ऑन द फ्री. बट अभी भी आपके पास चांस है कि व्हाट इफ guard itself somehow not available for any reason, might be he need some break for the nature call, और लंच में चला गया, कुछ कहीं पे चला गया, so there is still chance कि कुछ हो सकता है, या ऐसा हो सकता है कि he himself involved to the any kind of the theft, ऐसा कई बार होता है कि जो आपके वॉचमैन होते हैं, गार्ड्स होते हैं, दे ओनली इन्वॉल्व इन द थेफ्ट एक्टिविटी, तो उसको कैसे रोकोगे? तो इट इज नॉट 100% फुल प्रूफ कि हम ऐसा कुछ कर सकते हैं कि इसको भी हम रोक सकते हैं, नहीं, इस पे भी आप कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते। नोबडी नो कि ह्यूमन के माइंड में क्या चल रहा है। ऐसी भी कोई मशीन नहीं बनी हुई है कि हम डेली जान सकें कि पर्टिकुलर बंदे के दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है एंड वी कैन टेक सम प्रिवेंटिव एक्शंस। ऐसा हम नहीं कर सकते हैं। सो बेसिकली द नेक्स्ट थिंग, आगे आप क्या कर सकते हो इसी को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए, थर्ड स्टेप्स क्या कर सकते हो आप, कि यहाँ पे आप सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगा सकते हो, राइट। बट सीसीटीवी कैमरा लगाने से क्या होगा कि ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका पूरा थेफ्ट बंद हो जाएगा। इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल कि हम ये बोलें कि आपका पूरा थेफ्ट बंद हो गया, बट थोड़ी सी क्या होगी कि लोगों को सीसीटीवी दिखता है तो दे नो कि आई विल बी कैप्चर, मेरी एक्टिविटी को यहाँ पे कैप्चर हो सकती है, सो आई कैन इजिली डिटेक्टेबल, कि मेरा चेहरा फेस आ जाएगा, राइट। तो चांसेस ऑफ थेफ्ट इज गोइंग टू बी लो। स्टिल देयर इज अ चांस कि थेफ्ट हो सकता है। देयर इज अ वेरियस वे कि लोग मास्क पहन लेते हैं, हेलमेट पहन लेते हैं, या फिर सीसीटीवी को ही सम डैमेज कर देते हैं। अभी यू रिसेंटली हर्ड अबाउट दैट 25 crore thefts happen in the one of the jewelry showroom in the New Delhi. One of the biggest, theft happened in the New Delhi, right? So everything was there, but they still did the theft. CCTV को destroy उन्होंने कर दिया और उन्होंने पूरा ज्वेलरी को साफ कर। 25 CR is a very huge, right, robbery. So this is how the theft can be protected, but it is not 100% foolproof कि it cannot be happen. अब फिर भी आपके पास फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी है एंड दिस इज हाउ यू कैन जस्ट प्रोटेक्ट। आगे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं कि आप अपने डोर्स पे हर कई तरह के प्रोटेक्शन लगा सकते हो। जितने भी आपके एंट्री एग्जिट पॉइंट्स हैं उस पे भी कई तरह के आप सेंसर लगा सकते हो, किसी तरह का आप डबल डोर लगा सकते हो। सो दीज आल्सो गोइंग टू ऐड द सिक्योरिटी, बट कुछ ना कुछ हमारे पास लूप होल्स होते हैं, राइट, अबाउट द फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी। सिमिलरली in the logical physical security just to help the protect your physical infrastructure, right? So if you're having the physical infra that you require the physical security, but we having another infrastructure that is known as the logical infrastructure. Logical infra. So what is a logical infra and why we need the logical security? So if I am talking about the logical infrastructure, so just think about कि मान के चलो कि आपके कंपनी में, राइट, यू जस्ट हैव द वेरियस, लेट मी जस्ट यूज दिस वन, ओके, जस्ट थिंक अबाउट कि आपका ये एक ऑफिस है, राइट। इस ऑफिस के अंदर बहुत सारे आपके मतलब यूजर्स इज गोइंग टू बी स्टे, दीज आर द डिफरेंट आपके यूजर्स इज गोइंग टू बी कनेक्टेड ऑन अ डेस्क, दोनों साइड हो सकते हैं, राइट। तो ये ऑफिस है, मान के चलो कि इन मिडल वन दिस इज द बिग स्विच, जिससे सारे ये कंप्यूटर जो हैं यूजर्स के, दे ऑल आर कनेक्टेड, राइट। जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट, दीज आर द कंप्यूटर कनेक्टेड विद द स्विच, राइट। सो दीज यूजर्स नीड टू एक्सेस द इंटरनेट। सो क्या चाहिए इनके लिए? दे रिक्वायर द वन ऑफ द राउटर। सो राउटर शुड बी कनेक्टेड हियर, और ये स्विच मस्ट बी कनेक्टेड विद द राउटर। सो दिस इज योर राउटर, राइट, and this router is connected to the our internet. So this internet could be like, you can just think about, this is the internet, ISP for the internet. So what is going to happen? So this PC, if need to communicate with the google.com, it can communicate via this path. It can go this, and via this it can reach to the internet. It can also access to gmail.com, right? It is going to possible. It is also going to access gmail.com. It can also access youtube.com. ये सारी चीजें ये कर सकता है. Anything, whatever you want, you can do. So what is the risk if he is accessing any of the internet-based services? What is the problem? There is no problem at all. But let's think about, आपकी कंपनी ने एक प्रोडक्ट डेवलप किया, बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंशियल, एक नए प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हो आप, जिसकी एक पीपीटी है, राइट, पावर प्रेजेंटेशन है, जिससे हो सकता है कि आपका 100 मिलियंस के आपके डील हो सकती है कस्टमर के साथ, और इंफॉर्मेशन इतना कॉन्फिडेंशियल है कि मान के चलो कि आपका कंपनी का नाम ABC है और आपकी एक दूसरी कंपनी है यहाँ पे जो आपकी कॉम्पिटिटर है, XYZ है. He also trying to get this deal, right? So अगर इनको पता चल जाएगा कि आपका क्या plan है, what plan you are doing to get this deal, they will exactly work on this plan, how they can like show to the customer we are the best than this ABC company, right? ऐसा हो सकता है कि अगर मुझे आपका प्लान पहले ही पता चल जाए कि what you are going to propose, so मैं आपका काउंटर प्रपोजल पहले ही बना लूंगा ना. So customer will think यार this XYZ is very good, right? Right? So they might be lose the deal and this company will get the 100 million deal. ऐसा हो सकता है. So इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है, मतलब इसमें कौन ऐसा पर्सन है कि जो ऐसा पीपीटी को लीक कर सकता है कंपनी से. So anyone who is working in the organization, let's suppose I am the part of the organization, right? So I am the part of the organization and somehow in my mind come that I know someone from this organization and he's saying I can offer you like the 1 CR, right? And you just pass this valuable information. So what I can do, I use the company laptop. By using the company laptop, I can use simple Google Drive, right? Or upload the all PPT, or via the email, Gmail ID, I can share that entire information to the internet. And over the internet, once I have this information, I can forward it to this company. So this company lost their valuable data. You all agree? So this company lost their valuable data. So there is no security. Router is not capable to understand what kind of data is going to be sent to the internet. Switch is not capable to understand what kind of data is going to be sent on the internet. So they are not capable to provide any logical security. They are having the logical security, but limited logical security from device access, ACL, port level configuration, but not the actual data level configuration, right? So to mitigate this problem, any data should not be leaked from the organization. We required some logical security so that people cannot leak any confidential data. This is just one example. We have many more features we just have to understand. But we just have to understand this company should not leak any data so that means any employee sitting in the company should not leak any data so that my company all digital assets, basically digital assets should be secure and safe, should not be non-compliance. So this is why we require the logical security. So who is going to provide the logical security? Who is going to provide the logical security? So if you talk about the logical security, right now in the market, we having a various way to provide the logical security. The most common way to provide the logical security is firewall, and second one is a proxy. These are the two most common. And if I'm saying the proxy, not traditional proxy nowadays, that is a cloud-based proxy. We also think about this is going to be act as a firewall. And if I'm talking about the firewall, not the legacy firewall, I'm talking about the next generation firewall, right? Next generation firewall. So these are the device, proxy and firewall is a device, likewise a router and switch. They are capable to provide logical security. This is the one region, right? So what we have to do in between these connection, you have to use any other device that is known as the firewall. So any connection is going to come from this PC. The first it is going to process via firewall, then router, then internet. So firewall having a capability, because it's next generation firewall, who can understand even your PPT data, even your virus data, even your DOS data. I'll give the more detail. What is the DOS? Any kind of the malware, any kind of the vulnerability, any kind of the URL, any kind of the content you can trust. It is the feature of the firewalls, right? I'll do the deep dive again, but this firewall is a very powerful device. It's not like the router switch. It can do the routing, still it can do the switching, it can do the firewall feature as well. Everything you can do with this next generation firewall, routing, switching, right? You can do with this next gen firewall. So might be you having a question, then अगर ये firewall ही मेरा सब कुछ काम करेगा तो मैं router switch को क्यों use करूंगा? You are valid. Even you can replace this router switch if you want, but it totally depends scenario to scenario. If you're having the small organization and you want to just replace this router switch, you can absolutely do that. Absolutely, you just buy one single firewall. You can do routing, you can do the switching because it's understand the VLAN, it understands the BGP, static route, OSPF, RIP, and the tagging as well. So you can do everything. Nobody is going to stop you, but totally depends scenario to scenario. It's your data center, it's huge site. This is not solution is workable unless or until you are going to invest too much on the firewall, right? So the logical security is nothing. It is the one of the hardware based firewall or software based firewall is going to be required in your infrastructure. So any traffic is going to process via your LAN to WAN, it is going to be protected. Okay, so in I can see some people having a chat. Okay, Pritham will discuss that. So this is about the firewall, right? So it is just an example, but if I talk about in more generic examples, what is a firewall? So likewise, people say it in initially, what is a firewall? So to just block the unauthorized access, to restrict the traffic in to out to in, or might be any kind of the file transfer, might be any kind of the browser access, any kind of the application access, any kind of the user based control, IP based control. This all could be done by the help of the firewalls. It is absolutely possible. So the firewall is a software or the hardware security device. A firewall is a software or a hardware security device that acts as a barrier between your internal network and outside network. So let me just mute. So your firewall is a software or hardware device, right? Who can basically, let me just write here so you can just understand the definition as well. So your firewall is a software or a hardware security device that acts as a barrier between your internal network and the outside world. So just an entry or exit point. Likewise, if you are staying any of the society or RWA kind of the area, so if any car is entering and exiting from that particular society or area, you must have the one of central location or gate where guards is going to be checked entry or exit. Similar, firewall is a software. It could be the software, it could be the hardware, which is going to act as a security checks. जब उससे आप नेटवर्क से बाहर जाओगे इंटरनेट नेटवर्क से वैन की तरफ, या फिर आप वैन से भी बाहर आओगे इंटरनेट नेटवर्क की तरफ, दोनों साइड it is going to be secure your all connection, or it is going to check side. This is the definition of the firewall. It's a primary purpose to filter. Someone told that filtering the packet, filter and control your incoming and outgoing packets. So most important, it's a responsibility can do the filter and control your internal to external traffic and vice versa. If even traffic is coming from external to internal, that is also going to be filtered and control. What control? What filter? So filter is might be, let's say suppose you having the IP 10.10.10.10 and want to communicate with IP 20.20.20.20, right? So if you allow it from the firewall, then they will going to communicate. So this is something filtering based on the IP and providing control based on the IP. So filtering and control more or less similar thing, because filtering based on the IP or providing control based on the IP, based on the port, based on the application, based on the URL. So a lot of things we have. So you just have to think how basically use the firewall intelligence to just protect your network, right? So I hope this is the basic understanding about the what is the firewall. Moving next, so if you or more go in about the firewall. So it is like act as the guard, a security guard of your digital kingdoms, right? For the several, crucial aspect. So what are the several crucial aspect you have? So first, it is just acting as a security guard, right? This is the first thing. It is going to provide the access control, what I just mentioned, right? It is just going to provide the privacy to you for your network, and also it is going to maintain the compliance, right? So if you just want to mitigate all your compliance, that is also possible. So these are the main four pillar of the firewall. So security, you understand what kind of security, access control, port, protocol, applications, any kind of the virus, content, it everything is possible. Privacy, because it's again a security, so you can just make the very secure environment, so nobody can enter your network to just do some kind of the spying activity or understand your network connectivity. Compliance, you cannot leak the data or many more things. So you can think about, so let me just classify it again. So compliance in many industry using the firewall to require by the regulation and the standard protect customer data. This is the compliance. If you want to protect your customer data, the compliance is very important. Privacy, it is going to help or safeguard any your sensitive data being going to exposed to the outside of the world. So again, you require the compliance, or anyone from the outside world try to understand your internal network, that is also going to protect it. Access control, firewalls enforce a rule and policy. And what is the inside of the rule and policy? So let me log in one of the firewall. So what is the inside of the rule and policy? Let me see if I can log in. Meanwhile, anyone having any question till now, please feel free to ask, because I'm speaking since last 30 minutes. Anyone?
So these courses is on which version of PAN-OS, 10 or 11?
Sorry?
So this Palo Alto course is on which version of PAN-OS?
So this is like more about the 10 PAN-OS we are going to work. But if you really want to understand the 11, it is a more similar. It is not going to make much difference. Okay, just the upgraded version. There is no technical difference you'll find. Just find some fancy kind of the look and some GUI access. Rest all feature is going to be same. Okay, so what I was talking like based on the policies, based on the your any kind of services, so you create the policies. You can see, so whenever we create the policy based on the source IP address, based on the destination IP address, based on the application, see it based on the services, and we have the actions, right? Allow, deny, whatever you want to. And here is the security profile. You can protect for the antivirus, you can protect for the URL filtering, right? If file blocking, data filtering, wildfire analysis, vulnerability protection. So everything is there in the policy itself. So that's why when we talk about the privacy, right? So the privacy is the very important, sorry, access control is the very important, because the firewall enforce rules and the policy that determine which application and services can communicate with your network. This is the beauty of the access control. So, and where we can define these all parameters, we can define these all parameters in this section. So we'll discuss this step by step later on, because we are not officially talking about the Palo Alto configuration. We're just talking about the generic stuff about the firewall. And security, again, it is going to protect about any malware, any kind of the virus, hacker is trying to break or breach any kind of the your vulnerability. So that is all going to protect by the security, right? So this is main key function of the firewall. So security, access control, privacy, and compliance, and the general stuff what I explained about the protecting the logical security. So if you know about that, firewall history, right? So how the firewall was come in picture. So in even your own devices, every device, like even using mobile phone, right? Even using your laptop, this also having the defender firewall. You can see Exactly the same firewall, but these are the just providing the security on your individual device. So if you want to protect on the individual's device, see there is an inbound rule and outbound rule. So you just have to create the rule. See, here is a rule. If you want to allow some traffic from outside to inside, you can do. If you want to block some traffic, you can just create the rule and filter and allow the action. You want to allow, deny, whatever you want to do. So even your PC itself, right, you can just define, right? So whatever the program, all program, if you want to do that, so you just select the program and then next, then action, right? You want to block the connection, allow the connection. So see, it is available in the your system itself. Similarly, if you want to create the inbound rule, you can create the new rule here also, and you can just allow or deny the connection. So it is not something, it is not available. It is available everywhere. You just have to understand. But this firewall, which we are going to understand, that is a next generation firewall, and it is just to secure your all enterprise infrastructure, even for the service provider infrastructure. So अगर उसको आपको protect करना है, so this is very important. So one of the Yom Yadav, he is saying that firewall is a perimeter device which acts as a barrier between the inside and the outside network. Thank you, Om. You are absolutely right, right? So later I see this comment. So just I read it out for him. So now we understand what is a firewall, right? So history of the firewall, initially, जब हमारे पास firewall थी, so that was known as like that was known as that, you know, your legacy firewall, or that firewall basically known as the stateless firewall. So we'll discuss what is a stateless and a stateful firewall in later state. But just understand what all legacy firewall, old firewall is known as the stateless firewall. So this is your old firewall. I'll discuss more in detail what is a stateful and a stateless in later on. So because we're having a separate slide for this is stateful and stateless. So I'll explain in very detail what is a stateless firewall and stateful, because this is going to be first question in a market जब भी आप interview देने जाओगे कि भाई stateful firewall and stateless firewall differences क्या होते हैं. So you should know about it, right? So we just have to understand about it also. So before I can explain this stateless and stateful firewall, we just have to understand evolution of the firewall. So this evolution of the firewall, it when it started very long ago, right? So the firewall has been around us a while ago, and they evolved over the time because the technology demand to, you know, change the working state of the firewall. जैसे आप इसको समझो इस तरीके से कि जब हम बात करते हैं 1980s के टाइम पे, तो हो सकता था उस समय कंप्यूटर को लोग कितनी चीजें समझते थे कि भाई कंप्यूटर मतलब कि इट इज जस्ट गोइंग टू चेंज द, यू नो, ह्यूमन थिंग्स. मतलब कंप्यूटर आने के बाद लोगों को जॉब नहीं मिलेगी, राइट? दे वर थिंकिंग ये कंप्यूटर आ गया तो सबकी नौकरी चली जाएगी, ऐसा हो जाएगा, वैसा हो जाएगा. बट कंप्यूटर आया, कुछ नहीं हुआ, बल्कि और नौकरियां बढ़ गई, राइट? एंड नाउ यू कैन सी एवरीवन इज प्लेइंग अराउंड द कंप्यूटर. सो द वे ऑफ वर्किंग हैज बीन चेंज्ड. फिर हमारे पास एक आया जो नॉर्मल हैंडसेट मोबाइल फोन्स थे, जैसे आपने नोकिया को सुना होगा, जिनको पता होगा, बहुत मीन्स नॉर्मल, यू नो, फीचर्स फोन जिसको बोलते हैं कि उनके अंदर मतलब बस कॉलिंग कर सकते हैं, टेक्स्ट मैसेज भेज सकते हैं और कुछ नहीं कर सकते थे. फिर जैसे स्मार्टफोन आया, दैट इज अ गेम चेंजिंग, स्टिल इट्स वर्किंग, राइट? एवरीवन इज यूजिंग, लाइक आप फोन में बैठे बैठे सब कुछ काम कर सकते हो. तो सबको लगा यार फोन पता नहीं क्या आ गया, ऐसा मैजिक आ गया कि इट इज गोइंग टू चेंज द एवरीवन लाइफ. बट कुछ नहीं हुआ. इंटरनेट आया, कुछ नहीं हुआ, सब घर इंटरनेट है, बट इट इज जस्ट क्रिएटिंग द मोर जॉब्स. It is going to create the more opportunity. Now the time has been saying about the generative AI. We are talking about the chat GPT, right? So people are saying यार chat GPT आया तो it is just going to, you know, snatch the jobs. हमारे market में jobs कम हो जाएंगे, engineers कम हो जाएंगे, right? But trust me and note it down. It is again going to create a lot of jobs. It is not going to reduce job. It is going to give more jobs. So trust me, if you are going to become the prompt engineer right now, you will be going to be, you know, one of the highly skilled engineer in the market. Even no software jobs having that much package, no network engineer having that much package, not even you have any cloud engineer that much package. What we have, the prompt engineering package. So prompt engineering is based on the generative AI chat GPT. So if you have a very good knowledge about the prompt engineering, you will be, you know, like the unique piece in the market. So these are the highest skilled, you know, things. Just you have to upgrade yourself, right? For time to time, you just have to upgrade yourself, adopt the technology, and you will be the like unreplaceable. Nobody is going to replace you. समझ रहे हो आप लोग मेरी बात को? So this is the like beauty of the technology. So technology is evolving time to time. Every 10 year, 15 year, it changed the market scenario, right? पहले आप PCO फोन देखते थे, right? It changed with all with the smartphone. आपका आजकल PCO फोन का बिजनेस बंद हो गया ना. आप लोगों ने फोटो का शॉप देखा होगा, लोग फोटो खिंचाते थे, राइट? रील्स पे वो फोटोग्राफ बनते थे. आज कौन बनवाता है? देखो पूरी मार्केट बंद हो गई, राइट? क्योंकि सब कुछ आजकल डिजिटल हो गया. कोई भी आजकल फोटोग्राफी नहीं कराता, सबको करा मोबाइल में सबके फोटो हैं. सो एवरीथिंग इज लाइक क्लोजिंग बट गोइंग इन द न्यू डायरेक्शन एंड ऑल्सो दे क्रिएटिंग लॉट ऑफ जॉब्स. Similarly, if we talk about the firewall history, firewall was introduced around a long while, but they have evolved during the market need or the latest technology requirement. They have changed from the legacy firewall to the next generation firewall, which we are going to learn. So stateful firewall always going to be your next generation firewall or new firewall, you can think. हाँ जी बताइए
सर,
शैलेश जी.
लेगेसी फायरवॉल और नेक्स्ट जनरेशन फायरवॉल में डिफरेंस क्या है?
हाँ मैं आ रहा हूँ उसी पे आ रहा हूँ, right? So this is the legacy firewall and this is the next generation firewall, right? So अगर हम बात करते हैं कि भाई थोड़ा सा और बताता हूँ कि जब हमारे पास सिंपल पहले फायरवॉल हुआ करती थी, सिंपल पहले फायरवॉल हुआ करती थी, तो उसको हम बोलते थे क्या कि these firewall are basically आपका लेगेसी फायरवॉल होती थी, मतलब आपको पैकेट फिल्टरिंग करती थी, राइट? सो बेसिकली हुआ क्या कि आपका ये जो फायरवॉल होती थी इसको पैकेट फिल्टर फायरवॉल बोलते थे हम लोग. स्टेटलेस फायरवॉल इज बेस्ड ऑन द पैकेट फिल्टर. सो व्हाट डज मीन पैकेट फिल्टर? पैकेट फिल्टर मींस कि इसके पास लिमिटेड कैपेबिलिटी होती थी. इसमें सिर्फ हम ACL कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते थे, मतलब एक्सेस कंट्रोल लिस्ट. और ये ACL क्या करती थी? ये सिर्फ IP और पोर्ट नंबर के बेस पे आपको फिल्टरिंग देती थी. सो यू कैन नॉट डू मोर देन लेयर 3
सर प्रोटोकॉल बेस हम इसको नहीं ब्लॉक कर सकते थे TCP UDP बेस स्टेटलेस में? नहीं,
पोर्ट एंड प्रोटोकॉल दैट इज लाइक TCP UDP जो पोर्ट नंबर होते हैं, दैट इज अगेन द पोर्ट नंबर. लेयर 4 सो दैट इज अ पोर्ट नंबर, लेयर 4. सो वी हैविंग अ 2 प्रोविजन. यू कैन डू द लेयर 3 फिल्टरिंग and layer 4 filtering. That's only, right?
समझ गया सर. और नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में लेयर 7 भी है इंक्लूड, राइट?
So this is the legacy firewall. इसमें सिर्फ आप पोर्ट और प्रोटोकॉल और IP के बेसिस पे कर सकते थे, सिर्फ इतने ही फीचर थे. बट आपको अगर PDF ब्लॉक करना था, आपको वायरस ब्लॉक करना था, राइट? आपको
सर राउटिंग फैसिलिटी उसमें था लेगेसी फायरवॉल में?
हाँ, राउटिंग कर सकते थे. राउटिंग स्विचिंग वाज देयर. राउटिंग स्विचिंग वाज देयर, ठीक है? आपको वायरस प्रोटेक्शन करना है, आपको वल्नरेबिलिटी प्रोटेक्शन करना है, राइट? आपको किस तरह का डॉस प्रोटेक्शन करना है, राइट? आपको किस तरह का फाइल ब्लॉकिंग करनी है, राइट? एंड आपको जीरो डे अटैक को प्रोटेक्शन करना है, जीरो डे अटैक, आई विल टॉक लेटर. एंड डेटा आपको प्रोटेक्शन करना है, डेटा प्रोटेक्शन. This all feature was not available in your legacy firewall. This was not available in the legacy firewall. So basically, there was a lot of limitation in the legacy firewall because it's just packet filter firewall, and that's why it's known as the stateless firewall. So packet filter firewall introduced the concept of the packet filtering as one of the first firewall technique used to control the network traffic. So this was the first firewall, the stateless firewall introduced in the very beginning of this firewall journey, which having just a limitation to आपको पैकेट को फिल्टर करना है. किसके बेसिस पे? IP और आपके पोर्ट प्रोटोकॉल के बेसिस पे. दैट्स ऑल. बट आपको अगर ये सब करना है तो यू कांट डू दैट. सो उसको क्या आया फिर हमारे पास, इसका जो नेक्स्ट एवोल्यूशन हुआ, that is a next generation firewall. अब इस फायरवॉल में क्या हुआ कि अगर आप नेक्स्ट जनरेशन फायरवॉल की बात करते हो, दिस इज गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड योर लेयर 2, लेयर 3, layer 4, layer 7. These things are going to understand. Along with that, your data, actual content. Let's suppose आपने एक email भेजा एंड ईमेल में एक अटैचमेंट है, उस कंटेंट डेटा को भी रीड कर सकता है, उसमें अगर कुछ लगता है सेंसिटिव इन्फो उसको ब्लॉक कर सकता है, यूजर की लॉगिन, यूजर आईडी को भी वो अंडरस्टैंड कर सकता है, यूजर के मशीन के यूएस को भी अंडरस्टैंड कर सकता है, राइट। और आपकी जो डिवाइस का जो आपका मॉडल है उसके हिसाब से भी कर सकता है। सो इट हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ फीचर्स। लेट मी शो यू लिटिल बिट so you'll guys understand so what all features they have. So like you have this, you can see you have this source, address, device, destinations, address, device, destination, application, layer 4, right, protocol, url basis पे भी कर सकता है, देखो यहाँ पे। so url filtering, application, so application URL, again these all is going to be understand by the firewall. So this is the stateless firewall, जहाँ पे आपको बहुत सारी फीचर मिलती हैं and it is going to give the lot of information about that firewall packets, whatever it is going to be processed, right? So this is known as the your rule based firewall. So this is not packet filter firewall. We can call this firewall as a rule based firewall, right? So let me just style here, rule based firewall. So this is the next generation firewall, which can be rule based firewall, we can say the policy based firewall, right? But this firewall is just known as the packet filter firewall. So if someone is going to ask what is the difference between the packet based firewall and the rule based firewall or the next generation firewall, we should know that differences, right? So how the firewall looks like. So I'm not going to show you about the legacy firewall, but you can think about these are the next generation firewall, which you can see in my screen. So this is the one of the firewall. This is the Palo Alto firewall, right? This Palo Alto firewall is actual image I just taken from the internet. This is a front end. If you're just going to buy the physical firewall, this is going to looks like in this slide, right? You're having some ports. If you're going to buy the bigger firewall, you're having the more ports, more big, size, and you can see the model number. Similarly, if you go, if you go in this next firewall, this is the Palo Alto firewall, again next generation firewall, and these all firewall having a similar feature. What I explained, these are the all next generation firewall. Instead of the any vendor, you can buy and you will get the similar feature. This is the FortiGate firewall, right? This FortiGate firewall also you can see 3220D. This also can do the same all the stuff what the Palo Alto can do, right? Only you have to understand why should I buy the Palo Alto and why should I buy the FortiGate. You just have to refer my previous session, okay? And this is your checkpoint firewall. You can see it is also going to do the same thing, right? And this is the your Cisco ASA next generation firewall. This is also going to do the same thing. So these firewall are very much capable to understand the security, all compliance, all your privacy, all your data leak, whatever, and whatever you want to make the access control, everything they are going to understand. And these are the next generation firewall. You can use any of the vendor firewall and you can get the more idea about it. But in this all four firewall, we are starting our learning journey from the Palo Alto firewall and the Fortinet firewall. Okay, so one by one we'll start. So this session is more about the Palo Alto firewall. So in this section, from next session onward, we'll start our journey officially from the Palo Alto firewall, and we'll try to understand, like we understand why we need a firewall. I'll just rebrief in the again next session, and then we already know what is the like different vendor firewall comparison we have done. I'll just recap these all the steps, and the certification part we'll discuss, and then I'll discuss the course content, what we're going to cover, and I'll detailed discussion about the stateless firewall and a stateful firewall with the live examples, right? So I hope it is going to helpful for everyone. Now you guys ask the questions, whatever your question have, anything, because I'm done with like whatever I want to explain as per the today agenda. All good, guys? No questions?
Sir, when the class is going to start?
This Monday.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
And I have a chat on the some details, more details. Is there any student, like this?
Okay, I'll get back to you, sir. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
The
Pritam, you
class is
also.
very nice.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We all appreciate the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Sandeep sir. Thank you. Pritam, you want to share something? Pritam here. I believe he left. Okay, so no other question. So if no other question, we can conclude the session. Okay, we'll join the next session in the upcoming. Firoj, you want to ask something?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I want to ask you, we will cover only panorama or FortiGate firewall is also.
Sorry, can you come again? Speak up loudly a little bit.
Yeah, I want to ask you, sir. We will cover in this session only firewall, Palo Alto device or any other devices also, sir, in this session?
No, there is two session is going to be happen. One is going to be happen right. This for the Palo Alto, right? So in Palo Alto, I'll explain what all the course contain, and briefly everything is going to cover in the Palo Alto. Okay. And there is another like the FortiGate Firewall is going to be start, right? So
no,
both of the.
I'm asking that, sir, in tutorial or in this batch, we will cover only Palo Alto or FortiGate is also.
No, FortiGate having a separate session, okay, and Palo Alto having a separate session. If you want to learn both, so you just have to join both of the session.
Okay, and in Palo Alto, sir, we will cover some panorama.
Yes, we'll understand everything about the panorama theoretically, and also labs things also in the panorama, how it is going to be configured, the pre-roll, post-roll device onboarding process, and how you can just understand the configuration which is going on in the panorama, how it is going to pull to the devices. So it is a part of our course content. Panorama.
Okay, actually, sir, in my scenarios right now, we are working in the organization. So there are a lot of Palo Alto devices and that are connected from the panorama. So centrally we have to monitoring and manage to the panorama all the Palo Alto devices. So my concern was that, sir, how we can deploy the new device like that and troubleshooting parts.
We'll discuss about this in next session, so you'll understand. Okay, I'll explain
so
here.
From where we can start the classes? How many time will take the start the session?
So basically, it is going to 8 to 9:30. Okay, Monday to Friday. So it is going to finish within the 2 months. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But मैं confirm नहीं करना चाह रहा हूँ सर start कब से हो जाएंगे session मतलब अपना
Monday next week से start हो जाएगा. Next week it is going to be start.
Okay. Next week Monday it is coming or?
Monday most probably Monday नहीं तो Monday is a holiday, so Tuesday से start हो जाएगा 100%.
Okay. Regular classes 8 to 9:30.
Yes. 8 to 9:30.
It is only not a practical knowledge. I have required some practical knowledge is also and some troubleshooting part.
Definitely, that all is going to be सारी चीजें cover होगी. We have the dedicated lab. So what is going to happen? So आपको lab access मिलेगा. So let me show you. You just have to log in the labs. Okay. आपको log in करने के बाद you will get the all lab information जहाँ पे आपको सारा practical चीजें कर सकते हो remotely. आप कहीं से बैठे बैठे you can deploy each and everything. You can do the troubleshooting. So I'll cover the troubleshooting also part. So आपको बहुत सारे lab इसमें मिलेंगे. Let me just stop this device first. So you'll see, even if you want to create your own labs, you can create. So these all labs have been, different vendor, different type features we created the labs. So यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें आप practice कर सकते हो. अगर आपको कुछ अपनी custom lab बनानी है, so just let us know. We can create your custom lab topology, or you can give some limited access, so you can create that. But उसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Topology बहुत ही, even you can see the panorama labs also we have. So सारी चीजें हमारे पास है. So you just have to go with the curriculum and you just have to follow me throughout the session, and it is like our commitment. You will be the champion after this course. Okay. So this class is going to be Silas Hindi, English, or more in the Hindi. हेलो, हाँ जी दिनेश बताइए.
हेलो,
हाँ जी.
सर पर्सनल लैब बनाने में कितना जीबी रैम लगेगा?
हाँ,
मतलब कितना जीबी का वो लैपटॉप हो तो पर्सनल लैब बन जाएगा?
आपको कम से कम पालो अल्टो की अगर अच्छे से लैब चलानी है ना, तो आपको मिनिमम शुड बी 64 GB रैम चाहिए आपको, अगर अच्छे से लैब चलानी है फुल फ्लैश तो. हाँ, 64 GB रैम चाहिए. पालो अल्टो की अगर सारी लैब आपको मतलब अच्छे से चलानी है तो मिनिमम 32 पे भी नहीं चलेगा सही से, क्योंकि 2 फायरवॉल जैसे डिप्लॉय करोगे वो पूरा हैंग हो जाएगा सिस्टम. एक फायरवॉल चला सकते हो 32 GB पे, लेकिन अगर HA वगैरह चलाना है 2 फायरवॉल के साथ विंडो PC सर्वर इंटीग्रेट करना है तो आपको 64 GB आपको चाहिए कम से कम.
जो आप लैब दिखा रहे हैं सर, इसमें सब कुछ होने वाला है प्रैक्टिकल?
हाँ, मतलब ये तो एक सैंपल है. आपको बहुत सारी लैब यहाँ मिलेगी. आपको यहाँ पे बहुत सारी लैब मिलेगी. हम लोग डे 0 की लैब से स्टार्ट करेंगे, और डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मतलब टाइप की लैब हमारे पास हैं. ग्लोबल प्रोडक्ट की हैं, लेयर टू मल्टी विलेंस की हैं, नेट पैट की हमारे पास हैं, एच एक्टिव पैसिव एक्टिव एक्टिव की है, टैप मोड का है, पैनोरामा का है, साइड टू साइड का है. यहाँ पे आपको ग्लोबल प्रोडक्ट का होगा, यूजर आईडी, कंटेंट आईडी, एसएल डिक्रिप्शन, जितने भी कोर्स कंटेंट है ना, इसमें सारी लैब 80% लैब्स आपको यहाँ पे मतलब थ्योरी तो कम ही मिलेगा, बट मोर अबाउट द लैब्स कि आपको एक्चुअल चीजें करके दिखाई जाएंगे, हाउ इट इज गोइंग टू हैपन.
कोर्स कंटेंट सर आपने शेयर किया था क्या अभी सेशन में?
कर देंगे, अभिषेक सर कर देंगे शेयर. सो यू जस्ट गेट इन टच विद दिस नंबर. सो अभिषेक सर विल share this course content. You can just reach out to for any query. You can just reach out to this number. Okay. So Abhishek will share the course content.
सर लैब का एक्सेस कितना दिन तक होगा, कितना महीने तक?
3 months तक आपको लैब एक्सेस मिलेगा.
3 months. ओके.
या
कोर्स का आप बोल रहे हैं सर 2 months में ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीट?
हाँ, 2 months में कोर्स कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. यू विल गेट 1 month एक्स्ट्रा फॉर द लैब एक्सेस. जब तक कोर्स है तो लैब एक्सेस आपके पास रहेगा, एंड आफ्टर दैट यू विल हैव द 1 month लैब एक्सेस. ठीक है, ताकि आप लोग प्रैक्टिस अच्छे से कर पाओ. All right, so I believe we are good, right? So see you again in the next class. ठीक है? Thank you so much.